good evening, and welcome to my continuing playthrough of Disco Elysium, where I am playing a man who is a terrible human being, but might possibly be maybe a competent detective. We are picking up exactly where we left off last week, standing in the middle of the apartment of either a snitch or a weasel, depending on who you ask about it, that the union boss asked us to open the door of to frighten said weasel or snitch and not look inside. So obviously I walked right in. And that's where we're getting started today. Standing in the middle of the apartment. Now, I had just walked into this place at the end of last week's stream. Can you believe we're on number 11 already? It does not feel like I've been streaming this that many weeks, but there it is. And I have not looked at anything in here, so this is going to be just roasting through the place. Well, I think we'll start with the dots and then move on to the interactables. So, whoever lives here admires fair-haired fantasy heroes with big muscles. Oh, the smell of disinfectant in the room. Smells like chemicals. Interesting. Okay. What's on the desk? A book titled The Hidden World of Walking Sticks lies open. I'm sure someone out there would definitely have written such a book, but reading such a book? Okay. And here, you can almost feel the warmth of the red sun on the flag. Oh. Ah, it's the encyclopedia. Excellent. This is the flag of Revcol the Suzerainty. What's with the sun? Or that's good to know and discard the thought. And I have never yet discarded a thought, so what's with the sun, encyclopedia? This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle. What's the sevenfold sun miracle, or good to know and discard it? I'm still not discarding it. What is the sevenfold sun miracle? It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather, 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revcol got its flag. Lieutenant, the old flag of the suzerain. Point. Bow down before the flag to finish the thought. Don't bow to the flag to finish the thought. Now let's point it out to Kim. Lieutenant, look. Kim, He looks around the apartment. The tenant is an old-fashioned guy. Rhetoric success. By old-fashioned, he means very right-wing. Let's not bow to the flag, I think. Encyclopedia. The flag doesn't seem to mind. It's just a colorful fabric with a sun sewn onto it. Like all feudal flags, it looks like a children's drawing. Alright, thank you, Encyclopedia. And well, let's finish up with this room and then see what, if anything, is in the other room. So, over here, Colonial Mug Collection. A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure, a dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols, a broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others. Ah, this might have something to do with the mug that we found. Does it look like there's a gap on that shelf, perhaps? There might be if you squint right in the middle. Tap on them. Or move on from the mugs. Well, I'm going to tap. A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable. Conceptualization success. There's something disdainful in the way the curves and lines of the bodies were drawn. What do I mean, uncomfortable? It looks like the artist is celebrating diversity, but underneath he's just making fun of these people. Cynical, slippery bastard. I don't see these as stereotypes. I think they are honest acknowledgments of difference. Or, I don't think I like the owner of this apartment. Right-wing, racist mugs. Walking sticks? Well, I don't have any strong opinions of walking sticks, but right-wing racist? Don't like the owner of this apartment. No one's telling you to like him. You might learn something from him, though. Haha. Kim, the lieutenant picks up one of the mugs, then puts it back down with a look of disdain. I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment. Aha, there's my chance. Whip out your yellow man mug and compare. Yes, do that. Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here. The same humor, the same mocking lines. Kim. There's the missing tin soldier. The lieutenant looks at the mugs next to each other. Whoever lives here might have used the Whirling's container to dump his trash. And now they've drawn the ire of the Union. The plot thickens, as they say. Logic success. An interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Clues have a way of magically connecting to other clues down the road. Inland Empire has something to say for the first time in quite a few play sessions. That's a success on the Inland Empire. Perhaps you should break into apartments more often? And this has opened up another new one. Do you really think it's the same person who put the dead man's clothes in the trash? It might be. 5 experience. Kim, who knows? The lieutenant opens his notebook. I'm not expecting too much from this clothes in the trash lead either way. It might turn out to be some random local matter, but still, a nice coincidence. Logic success. You could ask Everett who this person is once you're done here. Oh, yeah, that's right. I do have to talk to him again. I wonder if I can put that off until Wednesday. The in-game Wednesday, not the actual Wednesday. I'm still only going to play this on Sundays. Alright. Thank you, Muggs. That was very helpful. Yes, I know I'm thanking the inanimate objects, but weirder things have been happening in this game, frankly. Okay, we have a box over here. Oh, a dress shirt that gives logic. It seems like it might be handy. Let's see. Intersolary dress shirt. Pressed and spotless, gleaming white shirt. The kind that serious men wear. At serious intersolary offices. Not yet piss-soaked or cum-stained. Thank you. Okay, so this gives +1 logic. My current shirt gives me +1 conceptualization, although -1 suggestion. I like my conceptualization, actually. It comes up often and it has been helpful. So I think I'm actually going to leave that the way it is for now. Except for the savoir-faire and the suggestion, my clothes are giving me some bonuses that I rather like. So, We'll leave that be for now. Okay, what else have we got? Well, that's everything in this room, I believe. Okay, we have another dot in this room. What is this? A small suitcase full of clothes. Guests are staying over? I'm not so sure about guests. But we have this thing up here. Ah, magnesium. Excellent. I used up a lot of my supply talking to the union boss. He was a very morale-sapping man. Oh, now I can loot this. Alright. Oh, and that's health, which I haven't had to use as much, but I will certainly take it. I mean, somewhere along the way I managed to double my morale, so I have 4, but I still only have 2 health, so I want to try to... That was definitely useful and interesting. I'm surprised that nothing over here is lit up. Okay, we're going to hit save. I'm going to do one last... Apparently the mugs are re-interactable, should I so choose. But I'm not. I'm going to go outside, which is why I saved. I'm plagued with extremely long loading screens in this game, which is frankly my only complaint about it besides the occasional threatened crash, which I'm not sure is the game or my computer. Oh, that was a shorter loading screen than usual. That does not displease me. Now, the question is, I have 2 things which I think are both a little time sensitive. One is the smoking man who was possibly a witness to the hanging that occurred right over here. And he's inside these apartment buildings somewhere. But also, back at the hotel, the Whirling in Rags, I believe that the Union Bully Boys are still there. And interestingly, they were very upfront and blatant about claiming that they killed the dead man who was hanged on the tree. But the problem is that last week, in investigating the corpse much more closely, I found out that, well, he was dead before they hanged him. So I would really like to talk to them about that. But I don't expect that they're going to be hanging around the Whirling in Rags all day. So I think I will come back to the possible witness. I'll leave Kuno S alone because she is pretty useless. And I know there's a dot down there, but I'm not actually going to investigate it right at this moment because I'm trying to go back the other way. Sometimes I really wish that I could scroll the screen a bit further. It would make walking places faster. Okay, and she's still there. I already spoke to her last week. Oh, what do we have here? Authority, there, working class drunk. You know what this means, right? Case solved or discard thought of... Has my authority ever spoken to me before? Well, case solved? Who's Dick Mullen now? I am? Cracked it, all in a good day's work. Wait, what did I crack exactly? Or open and shut, I don't even need to think about this anymore. Goodbye. Cracked what exactly? What do you mean, what did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is. It's her husband, the missing husband. It's the future leader of a proletarian uprising. It's, some third option? It's her husband, the missing husband. Yes, and you found him. Now go and tell the working class woman. Protect and serve, recruit. Logic success. Didn't she repeatedly tell you her husband isn't missing, though? Give me champagne. I'm going in. Or this doesn't add up. I'm only making a fool of myself. This doesn't add up, honestly. Authority. Do marriages make any sense? Does honor? You're not a filthy philosopher. You're an officer of law. It's time to ace this case and not brood over your reputation. We can deal with the perception management later. I just... This is nonsense, authority. Why? Not honorable, recruit. Not honorable at all. Well, thank you, authority. Goodbye. I honestly don't know what I expected. Okay, what have we got here now? Shivers. All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away. The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting. What am I doing? Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hair. What do I see, or shake the shivers off? No, I'm curious about this. I've finally gotten the shivers high enough to actually go off. What do I see? Gray sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world. How does it feel? Humid. Your coat shields you from the rain while the city shivers around you. Oh, wow. What's in the west? What's in the east? What's in the north? What's in the south? Or, motherfucker, finish the thought. What's in the west? Sheets of rain over the water, a flight of stairs leading into the ocean, wave after wave washing the coast of Martinaise with its motorboats and gently swaying reeds. The ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an inlet. Beyond the bay of Revachol, ghosts rise into the sky. Who are you, ghosts? What is down the shore? Run your fingers through your dampened hair. What is down the shore? Urban coastline, rain drifting off eternite-covered roofs, cinder blocks left over from half-finished construction, a defunct research and development building once seized by revolutionaries. An old wooden church stands on stilts above the water. And beyond that? Coal City, end of all lines. Who are you, ghosts? The skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district. Faint golden light seeps from the office windows. My shivers is positively poetic, and this is honestly what I expected my drama to sound like. Run your fingers through your dampened hair. Your hair is an oily mess, flecked with ash from neighboring coal plants. Smokestacks rise somewhere in the distance. This is fun. I like this part. This is much better than putting my hands in corpses. What's in the east? The great gates of the industrial harbor are locked. A chill runs down your back. You shudder like an animal trying to shake water from its hide. Clench your teeth to stop shuddering, or shake your shoulders again. Clench your teeth. Behind the gates, heaps of supply crates, red and blue metal shipping containers slick with rain. The Greater Rivicole Industrial Harbor is an artificial mountain range. Immense wealth resides within, and immeasurable poverty in its shadow. And beyond that, and before that? And beyond that? La Drisienne, King Drice's passenger harbor. Cruise ship flanked by dock arms. Cranes watching over the mouth of the river distributary. What's across the distributary? Couronne, the lower middle class. Distributary after distributary cuts the city blocks in half. 7-story buildings trail off into the rain. What's beyond Couronne? A silvery curtain of rain over the houses. The class divide. Rhetoric success. You have never been there. They don't need the law east of the river. Uh-huh. What's in the north? Capeside apartments. Tower blocks crowd one another. 4.46mm bullets still lodged in their war-torn stone walls. Hallways collapse from the mortar hits of a war that was lost long ago. Clotheslines go to waste in the rain. Radios play. Rhetoric success. The news at noon. And closer to here? A yard. Rain falls onto the roof of a woodshed. The lingering odor of decomposition mixes with that of damp soil. Okay. What about the south, then? A traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. Inside, drivers watch water streaming down their windshields. The statue of a king shudders. He too is cold. The canal bridge has been raised. What's on the other side? The road ascends. A raised motorway loops above the ghetto. Beneath its concrete columns, a sea of rooftops, woodwork, and tar stretches northward. 4-story buildings as far as the rain can fall. The snows melt in Jamrock. Where the hood, where the hood, where the hood at? Why am I not there? Or shudder and look further. Why am I not there? To be in Martinez, where no one goes, at the runoff point of a long-forgotten canal in the whitest part of town, in the shadow of the day the revolution failed. What am I doing here? Standing in the rain, looking north where Jamrock Rock City stretches inland. Shudder, look further. In the rain-swept distance above the rooftops of Jamrock, a repurposed silk mill stands perched above the motorway exit. Precinct 41 hunches in the rain. 5 XP. Your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making you look up and blink. Oh, so now we have what's above. Coalition aerostatics hang like apparitions under the cloud cover. Way up there, where rain forms, rotors flutter silently. Your sight clears. Well, that was quite a poetic interlude. Motherfucker. Kim, this rain will not let up anytime soon. At least we're dressed for it. Let's keep moving. Well. Was this a garbage bin, or... The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito, bullet holes, and an RCM sticker. Pat the box. The box seems happy. I will leave. I have not yet kicked the box. I don't know that I actually ever will. Alright, Mortare. Excellent. I'm not sure if it's actually pronounced that way, but that's the way I'm pronouncing it, so... bottles visible in the immediate vicinity? No. Okay, we will save. And we will go inside. So far, the game has only crashed catastrophically on me once, but I've gotten paranoid since then, even though, especially since it was in the very first stream that I did. So, wow, it's really loading fast today. Okay, so here we are. Here we go. Oh, this is going to be awkward, I can tell already. Let's start by talking to the lawyer, shall we?
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Okay. It's been a while since we've been here, so we have a few more options, but unfortunately we've had that little glitch that has showed up from time to time that I can't scroll down. But it's okay, because what I actually wanted to ask her is right here at number 3. Are you Lizzie? Elizabeth? Miss Beaufort? I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardy. She points to the tall man by the table. Composure, success. Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes in the way she stands, in her face. Easy Leo told me about you. He likes to talk a lot. Hardy? Not yet. I had another question. Oh, this, honestly, the first one should have had a comma after easy, and it bothers me that it's not there. But it's also the one that I'm going to do. Leo told me about you. You're not here to chat up the legal counsel, you're here to question these men. I'm going to ask her if she's the Hardy girl. I am not, she says dryly. You could be, Liz. You could be anything. You could even be a model. Thank you, Glenn. Even a her face stiffens. Glenn, I went to law school. I am an attorney. And electrochemistry. Success. He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of La Debutante International. He's right, you know. You're very pretty. Get a grip, Glenn. She went to law school. Or, okay, let's change the topic. You know what? Get a grip, Glenn. She went to law school. Glenn, so fucking what? Lots of models are actually really smart people, fuckwad. Elizabeth, no, Glenn, they aren't. Her tone is cold and uninvolved. Rhetoric, success. This didn't change her opinion of you. I didn't expect it to, but I would have been disappointed in myself if I hadn't chosen it. Drama, success. It's not her. She's not a Hardy girl. Definitely. Maybe we'll talk later. Okay, that didn't quite tell me as much as I might have wanted, but I'm actually pretty okay with that. Oh, interesting. Didn't notice that before. I'll take that. Two in the chest and one... didn't quite catch that line. Well, let's try the window then. Cafeteria window. Behind the dock workers, a ceiling-height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers. Squint or perception heroic challenge. Look out the window or revert your gaze. What is this? 3%. Minus 12 for it's not time yet. Plus 1 mysterious door seen. it's not time yet? Interesting. Maybe if I wait until later, this will get better. So for once, I'm not actually going to try any thing going. I'm going to squint. There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's still too cold outside. That did not change anything on that, so let's revert. Okay, that was very interesting, and I'm just going to pause for a moment. So I'm going to write down about the cafeteria window, because I do not want to forget about that. Okay. There we go. That's written down now, so I won't forget it. I had a new thing, but it's probably just the Tari that I picked up. Most likely. Yeah, nothing new here. Okay. Let's talk to Hardy.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Titus does not look particularly happy to see you. Oh, and it's done that thing where it cuts off the bottom again, so I'm not even sure what this is. I want to talk about the hanging again. I just found a bullet in the hangman's head, or an authority challenging 17% chance, +1 for disgust 8th Hardy, -1 for weak when you first met. Oh boy. You know what? I'm going to tell him, or I want to talk about the hanging again. Mr. Hardy. Again? Let's get the dead guy's autograph since you're his biggest fan. Shanky, a burst of laughter in the room. The little guy is the loudest. Good one, Titus, he fawns. Okay, so this is all the same stuff from the previous time that I went through this. I hesitate to call it an interrogation, but I'm not sure what else it counts as. But we do have the new option of how does the bullet in his head factor into this, which I am absolutely going to ask. Huh? A sip of beer makes the surprise go down easier. Kim, there was a bullet in the dead man's brain. The lieutenant checks his notes. Why was it there if you hanged him? How the fuck do I know? Anyone could have shot him. Target practice, maybe? Another sip. He's tight-lipped suddenly. Drama success. Interesting, sire. It's as if he's lying to protect someone. He's not very good at it. Perhaps our missing Hardy. Elizabeth, this line of questioning is over. The woman steps in before you can answer. You've got the cause of death already, hanging. If there's any post-mortem trauma, it's not your problem. This will not turn into a cross-examination. Interesting. No more questions. About fucking time, Mr. Hardy says. Well, let's see. Has that changed? our authority check? No. So, you still haven't explained the bullet. We are going to press. Press, press. You still on about that bullet? He pats the back of his head. A bullet in a hangman's head. You're right, Copper. That is mighty curious. Kim, indeed, mighty. How did it get there? The lieutenant is fixed on Titus. He gives you an indulgent look. Well, there are so many bullets in the world and so many heads. He sighs deeply. I guess it's only logical. At some point, one of them bullets had to end up in one of them heads. This is weak. This is weak, even for the person that you claim that you are. Elaine, it's bound to happen again, you know. He taps on his right temple. Just statistically speaking, of course. Drama success. Sire, it would be even more dramatic if you were to produce the bullet and dangle it before their very eyes. Okay, I'm gonna ask you again, why was this, show them the bullet, in the victim's head? I think the hanging was a cover-up for the shooting. Did you guys shoot him? Or don't worry, we'll figure this out sooner or later. Well, drama has been accusing us of being boring. Let's show them the bullet. Shanky, wow, the little man leans in to inspect the leaden blossom. He's got it in a real evidence bag and all. Elizabeth, why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened. This is an even better reason for the lawyer to be hanging around than before, when they were, you know, like, yes, we hanged him till he was dead. This is definitely a cover-up, but whose idea was this cover-up? I think the hanging was a cover-up for the shooting. Titus, you know what I think? He raises his finger. I think he was shot in the head as a kid, and his brain grew around the bullet. Elaine, around the bullet, man. Elaine pinches the root of his nose. That's a good one. Drama success. All the goofing around is to avoid lying. It's a technique. It is indeed. So, straight up front, did you guys shoot him? Glenn, shit, he throws his head back. I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night. You guys know me when I'm drunk. Shanky, yeah, Glenn likes to shoot his guns when he's drunk. The little guy looks you in the eye. Better hope he stays sober. That's a threat, yep. Kim, no, he meant before he was hanged. Did you shoot him before you hanged him? Why did my Twitch app just close itself? One moment here. I can't see chat if if it's closed. And I do very much want to be able to see chat. Give me my stream manager. There we go. Alright. On to the continue button. Apologies for the delay. Elizabeth, before, after, during? She spreads her arms. This is getting ridiculous. They told you what happened. Stop wasting your time. They've indeed told me many things, but they haven't told me what happened. We'll figure this out sooner or later. Titus, never been worried in my life, lawman. He crosses his hairy arms, having forgotten his beer for a moment. Logic success. It's not like you blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there somewhere. Okay, has that changed anything? We brought it up by 1% because of the strange reaction to the bullet. I'm going to try it. First check of the night. Here goes. Cross fingers. Success! Oh, lucky! As you look around this room full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, does this look familiar? Where have I seen this before? Or, I get it, Titus, you guys really are the authority around here. Where have I seen this before? You believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with almost exclusively men sitting on desks, talking shit and wasting time. I get it, Titus. You guys really are the authority around here. Huh? He says, very eloquently. You must be. You're just like real cops, drinking beer and sitting around with your dicks in your hand. He leans in. You got a problem with beer now? Not quite there yet, says authority. Push on. No, I'm drunk on the job too. I don't give a shit, just like you guys. No, I'm also a big fan of beer and jerking off instead of helping people. Or, I have a beer problem, but not a problem with beer. I also have no idea how to do my job, like you. Oh my. Oh, I'm going to insult them, but the question is which insult to use. I'm going to go with number 2. I'm a big fan of beer and jerking off instead of helping people. Titus, you saying we don't help people? He puts the beer down. I've been doing this job for 10 years. Martinez was a dump before we put this outfit together. Eugene, they don't know, man. They weren't here. He turns to you. We had 3 shootings a week. Kids dead. Fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s. Kim, congratulations on the graffito removal. He turns to Titus. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim. Titus, so what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck. He picks the beer back up. Authority, don't let him drink that. One more push, quick. It's not about who did it, it's about the victim. She needs help. Someone's being raped. She needs counseling. We need to talk to her. Or, I've asked this before. Why are you hiding the victim? Ooh. Oh, which one? Which one? Why are you hiding the victim? Elizabeth, Titus is hiding nothing. She turns to the hulk of man. Titus, he's too angry to drink. You want to talk to her? Fine, talk to her. I got nothing to hide. Drama success. Everybody has something to hide. He certainly does. Oh, he has so many things to hide. So long as you treat her with respect. No questioning, no harassing, or you get the freight train of pain heading your way. He grinds his fist into his palm. You understand? Kim, the lieutenant takes out his notes. What's her name? What? 30 experience! Oh, wow! Class G Amandu. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags. A real pretty one, silvery jumpsuit, blonde. Titus adjusts his cap. That's Amandu with an O-U. Oh, I remember her. I spoke to her on the first day that I played this game, and that in the first day in the game, she was the first NPC that I ever spoke to. Land Empire success. Shit, the girl upstairs? That can't be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were a cop. Klashchi? Miss Orange disco dancer? Or a composure medium, Klashchi Amadou? Cool. Keep your cool. 28%. Said you didn't remember being a cop. Said you didn't remember reality. Talked about your room and crying. Oh. Okay, I'm going to try it. I may be pushing my luck after the other one, but we'll try. Failure. You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting and sweat starts forming on your brow as Titus looks at you oddly. Yeah. That is a deep failure. Thank goodness I had 4 morale. I don't understand what's so cool here. Kim, nothing. He gives you a sideways glance. We have a few more questions, then we'll be on our way. Rhetoric, success, calm, normal. Try to forget this little hiccup. I will try. I'm so glad I found more morale medicine. I'm going to take my chances and not take it until after the conversation. So what was her relationship with the mercenary? So the rape, what was that? So, scratch your head, what is your relationship with her? I laugh nervously. I think I know her. Or, thank you, we'll talk to her. The first question does, what was her relationship with the mercenary? Titus, relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He raped her. That's their relationship. Shanky, it was like that karaoke incident all over again, or like some of the other girls he was harassing. Oh. Elizabeth, okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation. Okay, so when was that? Titus, he did it before we killed him. He's not going to do it again. He crushes his half-empty beer can. So what does it matter? Kim, it would help if we establish a timeline. Titus, alright, 2 weeks maybe? I don't know. I need another beer. He turns to Glenn. Glenn, here you go, boss. The tall blonde throws him a can. Titus cracks it open. So what is your relationship with her? I know her. He looks around and an uncommon silence fills the room. Kim, how well do you know her? Perception, sight, success. A small twitch in the corner of Kim's mouth. He has a hunch about what knowing means. Titus, well enough, Copper. We partied. She's been here for a few months. He crosses his arms. Composure, success. He tries to make it sound real casual, but the muscles on his neck tighten. So she's not from around here, or I see, okay, that's cool, that's cool. Another question? So she's not from around here? Titus, you mean Revocol? No, she's an immigrant or a drifter of some sort. Been staying here over the winter. Fat Angus, don't you give her any more trouble, the fat guy blurts out. She's just had some bad luck, that's all. Glenn, shut up, Angie, he slaps his forehead. She doesn't need your help. Titus gives them both a look. They fall silent. Oh, that's opened up a new one. You said you partied. Cool, that's cool. But what did you mean? Oh, sure. Let's continue pressing. Titus, what do you think I mean? Was it sex? Drugs? Avoid his gaze. Did you do karaoke? Laugh nervously. Sex, drugs, and karaoke, right? Sure, let's go with all three. Yes, yes, and no. He looks you straight in the eye. Got something to say about it? So you're saying the two of you were close? Or another question. So you're saying the two of you were close? Titus, no, we just fucked, that's all, he states matter-of-factly. I'm not going to give you any details if that's what you're after, so put your dick away. Drama success. He's doing a good job here. A commendable performance of I don't give a shit. I'm not going to tell them that I think that I know her, so thank you. We'll talk to her. New task. Speak to the assault victim. Alright. Titus, he points his beer can at you. Remember what I said. Freight train of pain. I'm just gonna take off now because I'm not gonna go over all that again. Okay. Oh, and Kim wants to talk to me, so let's just... Well, quick save. Will... Are you quick saving, Gabe? Come on. What are you doing? Okay, we quick save. We will take our medicine like a good boy. And we will talk to Kim. Right in front of these people.
Officer, what was that?
What was what? It was nothing. You mean the sweating and fidgeting when he mentioned her name? What was what, Kim? Shifty eyes. You look strange when he mentioned the assault victim's name. He looks you in the eye. Do you know the woman? Yes or no? Yes. Kim, is there something I should know before we talk to her? Rhetoric success. Whatever you do, don't say the first thing. First thing is, I didn't rape her. I met her in the hallway after I woke up. She knows I didn't remember being a cop. She knows I did some pretty crazy stuff before I passed out, that I partied hard and not very mental healthily. I asked her where we are, what city is this, maybe even what year, or something like that. That's it, leave. I'm gonna go with the number 4. She knows I did some pretty crazy stuff before I passed out. So she overheard you, or did you party together? She overheard me listening to music and doing weird things from her room. It's the one next to yours. Or I'm not going to answer that, Lieutenant. She overheard me, Kim. Anything else? I asked her where we are, what city is this, maybe even what year, something like that. He shrugs. That's clearly your interrogation technique. Anything else? I met her in the hallway after I woke up. Understood. You were not in good shape Monday. Let's move on, Kim. He nods. We'll be all right, officer. This is nothing. I didn't have to use the medicine after all. Oh, what a waste. Esprit de corps success. You feel fortified by his assurance. It's going to be all right. Rhetoric success. Is it though? Nothing? You're still in for a bumpy ride here. Try not to mess it up. I don't think I'm going to go and talk to her right away, but... Let's have a look at what's changed, shall we? Okay. We have the new quest of speak to the assault victim. Go upstairs and knock on the door to number 3 to talk to the supposed victim of the hanged man. See what she has to say to you. And we will absolutely do that, but after we deal with the smoking guy, I think. Although, while I'm here, let us try. Let's see. Were these? Yes, these were the electrochemistry gloves. We will put on the electrochemistry gloves. And while we're here, we're going to ask about the borscht. Let's start with Garta.
Can I help you?
He arches an eyebrow. About my bill, I need a drink. I saw another thing at the whirling. By the way, I'm going to sing karaoke. Let's try I saw another thing. Another thing. Great. I love those. That has a new one. So the phone line is dead? Yes, and the phone company is taking its sweet time sending someone to fix it. He shakes his head and adds, losers. That's pretty strange, or is it true that there was foul play? Is it true that there was foul play? He wrinkles his nose. Who told you that? Lena? I would never disclose my sources. That would be dishonorable. Or it doesn't matter. I just want to know who you suspect. I would never disclose my sources. Fine, yeah, it looked like someone had messed with the wiring. It was shortly after the hanging, but I don't know if it's all related. Plenty of assholes around here who aren't murderers. If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know so I can forward them the repair bill. I wonder if I follow it through again if I can find out who he suspects. So the phone line's dead? Is it true there was foul play? It doesn't matter, I want to know who you suspect. Fine, yeah, it looked like someone had messed with the wiring. It was shortly after the hanging, but I don't know if it's all related. Plenty of assholes around here who aren't murderers. Yeah. If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know so I can forward them the bill. Alas. There's a mysterious door. Oh yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door. Do you know what's behind it? No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't even care either. It's not as if I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just the free-to-warehouse, probably. Drama success. Wondering about it is, of course, exactly what he's been doing for 10 years. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust. He runs his finger across the counter to check for dirt. He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing. Let him get to pretend this time. He looks at the dust on his finger and wipes it off. There's something else I want to ask about. Okay, nothing about the soup here. So that was interesting. I did get some information, but not what I was looking for. We shall try the kitchen. Quebec. The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence. Do you know what's behind that door? Point to the blue door. Leo said you're friends with Manana. Is this true? What's in that borscht you're making there? Point to the large pot. Leo said you're friends with Manana. The mention of Manana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. Then he falls silent again. Do you know what's behind that door? He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Compose your success. Shrugging is an international sign for no, I don't know what's behind that door. What's in the borscht? The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his, and then seems to wait for you to speak. Rhetoric success. I'm pretty sure he asked you a question. Conceptualization success. He doesn't know your language. You can just say something cool in return. Yes, nod. No, shake your head. Mercury rising, run your fingers through your hair, or sorry, I don't understand you. That's a tricky one. I'm going to try nodding. The man looks at you, then at the soup. His face lightens up. He picks up a bottle from the shelf. Barskets need more vodka? Kim. Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits. He nods. Clever move by the Union. Electrochemistry success. Of course, vodka. Now that makes it very special borscht indeed. Turn it up and then ask for some yourself. Logic success. Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is powder keg. Yes, nod and turn your fingers clockwise. Turn the vodka up. No, no vodka. Turn your fingers counterclockwise. Cut it. Or I'll leave the cooking to you. Shrug, I have business. I'll leave the cooking to you. The cook gives you a long, inspecting look, then shrugs too and seems to wait for you to speak. Well, stay masculine. Well, I know what's in the soup now, but I don't know, smoker, armored gloves, special borscht. Did not update, which means I have to turn the vodka up or down. Okay, what's in the borscht? Okay. Nod. The man looks at you, then the soup. Turn it up and have people be more drunk, or turn it down and have the place, have the workers be significantly less happy. Let's turn it up. Hey, there we go. He smiles, nodding vigorously, then pours half a bottle of vodka into the pot. With a whistle, he stirs the brew. Could I have some of that? He smiles and nods enthusiastically and, chattering away in his language, ladles some brew into a small thermal cup, then hands it to you. Thank you. Stay masculine. I'm going to wait until after Kim leaves to drink that, but now I have a cup of vodka-laced borscht. Alcohol Garassi's brew. Substance use effects, +1 physique, -1 morale. Uses left 4. Sweet. Well, that's definitely worth saving. Because I don't know if that takes a point off of my morale or if it actually changes my morale to be lower. You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. Touch the door? Cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door flush with its frame on every side. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, maybe. Thank you, interfacing. Visual calculus success. It leads to a side building adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. Whatever is behind it must be older. Push on it? The door does not budge. Nope. Alright, we leave. Ah, and before we forget, we change our gloves again. I like the half-light gloves. Okay. We no longer have the -12 on this window. I'm going to try it. Here goes. Wish me luck. Failure. Perception failure. Nothing, just black tangles like the hair of an old woman. Motionless. The wind in the yard doesn't reach the hawthorn, nor does light come in from the window. Put skill points into perception sight to open this white check. Okay. I'm just gonna add that to my note. Did I have anything that increased my sight? Like, did I pick up any glasses or anything? I have neat office shades, but they're visual calculus and minus drama, which, nope, that is not sight. Well, it was worth checking. Can I talk to this dude? Apparently not. Okay. After all, once I had 2 successes on a 20-something%, getting a 3rd success on a 20-something% seems ambitious at best. So, if I raise my sight next time I level up, I can try that again. Or if I find some glasses that raise my sight or something else. It would most likely be glasses that would raise sight. So I think the next thing to do would be to go back to that apartment building and see if I can't start tracking down the smoking man who may have been a witness. I'm not going to get very far proving that the men hanged a corpse, but that thing was up there for a week. I was there for 3 days. That leaves 4 days before the police were called. And I've made it outside. Excellent. I'm going to go into the yard just in case there are any cans or bottles or whatever there, because I do need $20 for the next days. I still don't know how to get up there. There's Kuno, there's Kuno S. There's everything happening over here. But there are no cans or bottles to pick up. Alas. I wasted my time since I'm not talking to Kuno again. At least not unless I absolutely have to. Okay, I'm pretty sure I already picked up everything around here, but... Okay, yes, I dealt with all of those things. Going north is definitely easier than going is definitely easier than going south here. Backyard wall, just an ordinary wall, nothing to see here. Put points into conceptualization before I could do anything with that again. Seeing what's through that window, since it is apparently associated with the locked door, is more important to me. Okay, here we are. Time to go inside. Oh, lots of loading screens today. My save file called that apartment Gary's apartment, so I think I'm keeping an eye out for a guy named Gary. Pardon me, I was just making a note about that. It's because I only play 2-hour sessions. Okay, that's the door I came in by. That's another door. Yes, that's another door. Okay. Eviction notices and missing pets are plastered on top of each other. Thank goodness that lasted just long enough. Okay. And this? This box is filled with cleaning chemicals. Smell of laundry detergent. And what's this? Flip up glasses, the auditor. +1 logic, -1 authority. Interesting. Let's read the description on those. +1 logic, balancing the books. -1 authority, filthy boho, probably a narcomaniac. These flip-up sunglasses were fashionable in the old, but have since lost their popularity. Their thin gold alloy wire frames are a reminder of drug-addled bohemian artists. These days, the glasses are only favored by organized crime accountants who desire to look cool. Interesting. Well, let's look around this room area. This door, I can just see a sign above it that says balcony, which means that that would be the place where the young man was talking to me from. So, what do we have here? An old shoe rack, boots, sneakers, and old slippers. These shoes come in 3 different sizes. Apart number 12, a loud rumbling snore comes from within. Okay. I think I'm actually going to go out on the balcony before I wander around inside much more. Unfortunately, that means yet another loading screen, which we hope will go by quickly as the others have tonight. I've honestly been far too lucky in loading times, and I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop here. Oh, there's so many dots out here. Okay. The breaker box is full of cigarette butts and electric wires. Okay. I will be definitely taking that. Thank you. Yes. What's this? The curtains shift just a little. Someone is watching from within. Okay. Just a door. Nothing for you here right now. Okay. Someone's growing rosemary, thyme, and a cactus. Alright. Number 28, a door to be remembered. This is the door to apartment 29, which has sparked something. Complete silence. Whoever lives here isn't home. Okay. This is the door to apartment number 30. Voices from within, singing along to some buoyant dance track. How do I get over there? Oh, I want all those bottles. Oh wait, that's the security. Okay, that's the dockyard. Hello, Loppy. Good evening. Welcome to the investigation. What do we have here? We cannot open it, so what we need here is a tool. A man of particular skills, especially when I've got a pry bar in my hand. Alright, 75 cents, I'm rich. Okay. Do I go through this door or do I go back inside? I will put that back. Let's go through this door here. Which I cannot. I'm not putting the pry bar back on again. Breaking into a box is one thing. Breaking into someone's apartment for no good reason. Kim, why are you going up there? Well, it's a dystopia, Lop. We're barely police officers, as I've found. Okay, so that was the balcony. Now, the question is, do I try this door over here or continue down the corridor? Let's try this door over here. Just opens right up, does it? Ah, because this is not actually an apartment. Okay. These shower curtains are covered in some sort of slime. Oh, he's very interesting. What do we have here? Moss crawls on those bathroom tiles. Actual moss. You. Magnesium, excellent. Can always use that. And booze. I'll just take those. Okay, that's the one, and then we've also got the alcohol, Commodore Red. A large crimson bottle of cheap sugary wine, made of poverty, sugar, artificial taste enhancers, and a vague memory of grapes. Guaranteed to color your lips. Well, free is a lot less expensive than lipstick. Okay, and what about this here? Ah, excellent, more money. I'm past halfway to what I need to be able to stay in the hotel tomorrow. Okay. That's good progress. My paranoia says save, so I will. And onwards down this hallway. I am stunned I can't go through this cupboard. Alright, what do we have here? Someone has drawn a 5-pointed star on the wall. And the encyclopedia, that isn't just a 5-pointed star, it's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers, the iconography of communism, in other words. Look out, Kim, there are communists around here, or inspect the symbol closer, or discard the thought. Inspect it closer. The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mazov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure. Why is the star upside down? What's the deal with the antlers? Why white? What does it evoke in me? Why is the star upside down? To symbolize the toppling of the old order. Okay. Also, some social democrats were already using it. What's the deal with the antlers, then? The wreath of antlers represents a natural crown. It was about building a society that could exist in accord with the natural world, and at the same time, above it. Okay, why white? Because white is the color of peace. Huh. What does it evoke? Nothing at all yet. Right now it's just meaningless shapes on a wall. Well, that helped very little, but I did kind of violently reject becoming a walking communist manifesto earlier in my playthrough, so this may be a consequence of that. I just didn't feel like playing as a communist. What do we have here? Ah, more money. And a door. This is a communication door, not just a go-through door, so I'm going to leave it for the moment. Oh my goodness, $6 whole dollars! This is excellent. Okay. And we have... the door number 9 is locked. Well, yes, most likely. There's a person over here. Apartment number 8. Their mailbox is overflowing. Oh, missed a thing. Thank you, I will. I am so close to the $20 that I need for Wednesday. I may not even have to sell all the bottles and cans and stuff that I've been collecting. Okay, let's just... Excuse me, ma'am. The graffito says a firing squad for the rich. Okay, I'm just gonna hit up this one last dot here and then I'm gonna circle back to talk to her. A note reads, foreclosed by Martinez Realty Associates. Okay. Alright. Let's talk to the sweeping person. I think it's a her? I think that's a skirt.
Give me a moment.
An elderly woman is leaning on her broom, her knuckles white as bone. She seems to be having difficulty breathing.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
She sneezes into a dirty handkerchief. Are you alright? Should I call a doctor? This won't take long. I only have a few questions. Leave. Are you alright?
I'm fine, fine. Don't you worry about me.
She starts coughing, red spots appearing on her cheeks. This feels a little uncomfortable after the year that we've had.
Now, what you want from me, policeman?
Logic success. She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence. Yes, Logic, that's why I'm talking to her. Who are you? I'm looking for a young male in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, a smoker on the balcony. I have a few questions about those apartments, or thanks, I'm off. Who are you? I'm no one, just an old woman who cleans these hallways. Do you live here? If you can call it living. She spits on the floor before wiping it off with a broom. I have a little room upstairs, right next to the coal room. It's barely bigger than a closet, but I don't complain, no. She juts out her chin, eyes shining. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company, and that's all I need from this world. Shivers, success. And all she gets, too. The coastal wind beats down hard on the coal room door outside. Splashes of waves make the balcony slippery. Rhetoric, success. She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while. Even her sentences feel rusty. I have a few questions about the apartments. Ask away, policeman. Do you know who lived in the foreclosed apartment? Is one of the residents on vacation? Their mailbox is overflowing. What can you tell me about Cindy? And that's all, thanks. Do you know who lived in the foreclosed apartment? The hell am I supposed to know? The cleaning lady shrugs, her mouth puckered like dried fig. Another nut job, I assume. Is one of the residents on vacation? People come and go. I don't keep an eye on everyone. Logic, success. They probably just moved or died, hopefully somewhere else. What can you tell me about Cindy? Cindy is an artist that we encountered earlier. The artist? She scoffs. Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them. Still. She leans on her broom. She leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can say for others. Okay, that's all. Alright, let's ask her about the smoker that we're looking for. Yes, I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right? She looks at the other end of the hallway. Perception, hearing, success. Somewhere in the building a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower. What's he in trouble for? No trouble, I just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives? Or he's wanted for murder, he's going away for life. No, I just want to talk. I literally just want to talk. It's not the euphemism this time. Talk? The cleaning lady starts laughing, but it turns into a violent coughing spasm. She squeezes her broom, trying to catch her breath. Rhetoric, success. What was so funny about that? He lives upstairs in room number 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. She points east. He's usually home in the evening. Kim, thank you. He turns to you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony, see if he's home. Excellent. Wonderful. We have found the information that we were looking for. Thank you. Excellent. I'm just going to check. That's another door out to the balcony. Interesting. But also... Aha! The sea below looks cold and winter gray, which has set off the shivers. And a level up. Excellent. A shift in temperature. The air chills around you. Dust settles on the stony floor. Rub your sides for warmth or discard the thought. Rub my sides. I'm enjoying my shivers, actually. The shivers have been very entertaining to me this evening. A former architect stands before a slice of window, a room plan in her hand. A cold wave has made the air in the building stand still and frozen, with temperatures falling down to 20 degrees Celsius. Down to minus 20 degrees Celsius. What a terrible line break! That is the worst line break I've ever seen. Her face, the plan, look around yourself, or shiver to finish the thought. Her face is red from the cold. She's breathing on her fingers, clasping the plan. Traces of sadness are visible in her expression. The plan. Faint pencil lines on paper depict the same place, but a missing eastern wall connects the room with the neighboring apartment. Ideas for arranging the furniture have been jotted down. Look around. It's clean and empty, with new tapestry embellishing the walls. A standard HB graphite pencil has fallen off a three-legged stool in the middle of the room. Conceptualization success. She has an eye for beauty. Finish the thought then, I guess. What about this? That set off an autosave. Someone has torn down the wall. So I can just... Yep, right in. Well, let's start with the dot. An old grocery list on the table, and checks. Logic. What happened here? You can't foreclose on an apartment with a hole in the wall. It looks so sad. Or discard the thought. You can't foreclose on an apartment with a hole in the wall. It will still be accessible through the apartment next to it. That one didn't have a door. Sadly, nothing of great value remains here. Except the stuff in the fridge, or there's always a little something in the fridge. There's always a little something in the fridge. Indeed. I got 5 experience for that. All for not checking the fridge first. Oh, excellent. Health and money. I am 51 cents away from the money that I will need on Wednesday. The game's Wednesday. This is currently the game's Tuesday. Okay, so that's everything. Is this door openable? Oh, I'm going to go around the entire way? Well, that was frankly just quite ridiculous. Still, progress. Smoker on the balcony. Locate door number 28 in the apartment building. Well, that's fairly simple. And we have a skill point, which I have already decided is going to be going into sight, if I can manage to find it, because I need that for something else. Perception. See, hear, and smell everything. Let no detail go unnoticed. Yes, I will be taking a point in that. And that will have... Let's see, that will have changed the window. Although, interestingly, where is that on here? Ah, there we go. The cafeteria window. So I can try that heroic check again the next time I'm at the Whirling in Rags. Excellent. That deserves a real save, not just the quick saves that I've been doing. Okay, let's try this balcony door. I don't remember if number 28 was the one out the first balcony that I checked, but... Don't forget to click the orbs around your head. They have surprises. Oh, indeed. They've had many surprises. My shivers have gone off for the first time, I think, today. Several times, and they've been remarkably poetic. Yes, head orbs have been very important, and the shivers, as I said, have been showing up, and they've been really quite nice. They've been very pleasant. Vaguely supernatural, but pleasant. Very nice. And we have one of the horrifically long loading screens that I have come to expect in my playthrough. Yes. The shivers are allowing me to perceive things that ordinary humans should not be able to perceive, which have not entirely been related to any of my investigations, but they've been very nice. Very evocative language. I really like the way that my shivers speak. It's been very enjoyable, just the way that they go about it. The shivers speak the way that I would have expected my drama to speak. My drama is, my drama maybe should have been named my melodrama, really. This is a horrifically long loading screen. Haha, we're free! Oh, what do we have here? We have many things. Oh, okay, we have more salvage and a visual calculus. Ruination has come. The broken arches betray the once grand history of this building. It towered above the harbor until it happened. Form a guess about what happened or discard the thought. Oh no, let's guess. A great force from the northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery shelled the coastline, fired from the water, a straight shot into Revachol. The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling, until it was destroyed and they had a direct firing line. Take in the ocean, or look at the ruins in the water, or time to go? Look at the ruins in the water, I think. Those arches acted as a support for something greater than what you see now. Only 3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did. Restoration has failed. What the shelling took out was never rebuilt. Shivers. Success. Underwater, iron helmets have sunk deep into the sand and the mud. Helmets of soldiers, and their finger bones too, and clavicles, littering the ocean floor. I'm going to take in the ocean. Visual calculus is back again. The waves of Martinez Inlet roll over the fallen remains of the building. The dark waters obscure the better part of the remains. Logic success. What didn't fall into the ocean was used as scrap. What wasn't used as scrap was thrown into the ocean. Who did this damage? Visual calculus. A fleet, the combined armies of Occident and Grad, with Mesk volunteers. A 5-nation army, hundreds of vessels. They massed airships further down in the Bay of Revachol. The artillery was so powerful, the ships not only required gyroscopic stabilization, they were anchored into the ocean floor as well. Experience. Many are still there to this day. If you squint, you can just barely see the shadow on the water far in the northeast, cannon still ready to placate Revachol. Encyclopedia success. Coalition warship Archer can shoot 50 shells a minute on 20 co-aligned arches. They'll reach the city in 58 seconds. Yeah, this is definitely a dystopia. Hey Kim, do you know who shelled our city? Kim, the Coalition, says the lieutenant, but that was a long time ago. I think we should move on. It's chilly up here. Agreed. Finish that thought. And this is blinking and dancing because I picked something up, but I didn't actually pick something up because it's in the bag, so... I found a bag I can salvage. Oh. It's Cindy. Let's say hi.
The piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves, but here you are.
And the glitch is still here tonight. I still can't scroll down, but as far as I can tell from what I can read, I can just see everything. That's right, we've evolved. You're in trouble now, little lady. We cops don't like closed doors or unreachable perches, or people having high ground on us, or I don't have time for this, and leave. That's right, we've evolved.
Yeah, I can see that. Cool mutations.
She crosses her arms. Perception, smell, success. That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint, it's heavy fuel oil. Encyclopedia, success. Red dyed heavy fuel oil is only used in government vehicles, or at least that's the idea. Oh my. Is that government fuel oil, Cindy? What did you think I was using? Aquarelles? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself, back in Jamrock. Fumes are bad for you, okay? You'd better hand it over, or that's some clever cultural commentary. I can't help it, I'm going for that's some clever cultural commentary there. You ain't seen nothing yet, Piggy Boo. And everything that's left is something that we've already spoken to her about, alas. So catch you later, Cindy. Okay, we have another door here, which most likely leads back into the building. And stairs. We will go up the stairs. And just like that, we have enough money to pay our rent on Wednesday. Game Wednesday. The lock is rusty. You can't get in. Oh, we got a pip. The chair is new. Someone lives back here. Okay. So, if I were to, say, equip the pry bar again? Nope. That doesn't open up anything. Even if it opens up something, I doubt I'm going to use these, but let's try the chain cutters. Does that open up anything? Nope. Alas. Probably too much to hope for. Okay. That is everything that's up here. So back out to the other balcony, I guess. Onward and outward. Or inward. Inward then outward? Backwards and forwards? I mean, I've already been inside this building, so hopefully it'll be a shorter loading time. Admittedly, I did just go back in through a different door than I went out, but hopefully that won't make too much difference. I'm going to continue gathering up all the cans and bottles that I can in the game. I'll never know where one needs a little money to get something interesting. Not that I've really been keeping track of what the worth is of what I've been collecting so far. It's all in the bag right now, and I can't actually look at it in there as far as I can tell. But basically, as far as I haven't actually done it, but as far as I know, I keep the bag equipped and everything goes into it, and then when I'm ready to sell off the contents of that bag, I go to the Frita of one too many, or at least one too many teas, and they have a machine there that one interacts with in order to cash in all the stuff that's being collected. But once again, I've been too busy investigating And yes, this is a completely different room. This is a... I think this is the cleaning lady's room. 100 tiny feet scurrying beneath the grate, the rats of the city. Ugh. Someone's been sleeping here recently. Cindy? What's this over here? Enough coal to last for several winters. Smells of chemicals. Interesting. Pants. Why are there pants in here? Pour l'homme laborer jeans. +1 electrochemistry, -1 reaction speed. They must be tight. Okay. Okay, clothes. What's the descriptor on this? Although these jeans look worn, the wearer must have had an ass given to them by the mighty Lord himself. That beautiful peach-shaped man has imprinted itself so deep in the fabric that you can't help but wonder if wearing them would start molding your own vague rear side into a more shapely form as well. That's quite a descriptor. Oh. This looks like a job for a pry bar. Nice. 427. I'm rich. I have surplus. Is there nothing else in here? That is too bad. I was hoping for more information. Well, at least all that loading time wasn't for nothing. I do have... I have gluteus enhancement pants and more money. So it's not entirely a wasted I wonder, since the thought occurred to me that it might be Cindy, could I ask her whether that's her room? And here are the pronunciation guides on the loading screen that goes on forever that I have been completely ignoring because I got the way that I was attempting to pronounce them from the spelling stuck after a few weeks, and now I can't stop. But such is life. I'm doing my best by the pronunciations. And I at least know how to pronounce mañana, so I'm not actually, staring in horror at that one. Still. But yeah, it's a little amusing to me that I have spent the last 12 weeks of real time walking around a very small circle repeatedly. I haven't even explored the entirety of the map that is available to me because I have to keep doubling back to ask people more questions related on the stuff that I found. Which is amusing, but it's also like... Sometimes I wish that I didn't have to double back on myself quite so much so that I could explore further. Although I suppose in a way my doubling back is continuing the exploration because I'm using the information that I've found to try to further what I'm doing. But I don't know, maybe that sounds a little bit like an excuse. Or it sounds like I'm trying to convince myself. If it sounds like I'm trying to convince myself, it's because I am. There's a whole section of the city just north of where I am that I have not explored yet because I keep exploring other corners. There's a whole nother area that when the in-game day switches over to Wednesday is going to open up, and who knows how long that's going to take me to go through. This is a horrifyingly long cutscene, and I'm very worried by the fact that my cursor has turned into the little thinking circle for this long, and that the music has stopped. But as I say that, the cursor changes back again. Oh, no, wait, there it goes back to the circle. But in any case, the final cut of this game, the full voice acting and additional quests and everything is coming out on March the 30th. I am definitely not going to be finishing this game with 2-hour play sessions, especially since, there's only today and next Sunday. There's no way I'm going to finish before then. I have checked very carefully, and my save file will actually work with the final cut. So I will just continue playing, and I'm just going to have to live with I might have missed some things like the new quests and such from the beginning, because after this long I'm not going to go back and start over. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about the full voice acting. I suspect that, like, the first few days of April, I will spin the game up and just have a look and see what the full voicing is like and decide whether or not to turn it on or to turn it off for the Twitch playthrough. I mean, I started with reading everything myself. I am not completely unwilling to continue with that, but then again, it might be nice to not have to read everything. So I'm just going to see what it's like, basically. That's the plan at the current point. But anyway, we have finally gotten back outside, thankfully without the game crashing. Let's just ask Cindy if that was her room.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Ah, we can ask her. Excellent. Is the bed in the coal room yours, Cindy? Ooh, not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner. Perception, sight, success. She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal. Really, you're a miner? Don't you have a real home? It's not the nicest place, but I guess it'll have to do. Or cool, I have other questions. Don't you have a real home, Cindy? Does anyone in a city like this? She replies wistfully, looking around. I guess it'll have to do then. It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. She looks at the paint dripping down the wall. Like me, right now I'm doing nothing at all. Conceptualization success. The inspiration will come to her once hell is set loose on the streets. It's too calm right now. Alright, I have other questions, I guess. Because I'm not gonna go with the credulous thing. Shoot, Piggy, it's what you do, isn't? Strange girl, Cindy. Catch you later. She's confrontational, and yet she's not confrontational at the same time. Oh yes, and I should write down... Yes. Door 28. Because I am running up against my limit for the evening. What I'm going to try to do is get out onto the appropriate balcony for our young man's apartment, loading screens and all, and then next week I will be able to start by knocking on his door, hopefully. Okay, that was not as long as it was threatening to be. That's excellent. Wait a minute. What's that over there? Did I do anything with that? I did not. What is this? Book. 16 Days in Coldest April. "16 Days in Coldest April." The cover features a row of concrete buildings with a monochrome rainbow in the sky. It tells a rather excruciating story about two lovers during an ethnic unrest in Yugograd. The book is being filed under psychological realism. Huh. I'm not going to read it right now because I remember one of the save loading screens said that if you wanted to pass time, you should read a book. And right now, my time is limited. I'm trying to use as much of this day as possible because I'm actually sending Kim away with the body. Well, apparently I missed several things. Oh, it's another postcard. Alright. How's this one? Postcard, Boogie Street 46. This crumpled up postcard depicts an open-air market in Boogie Street about 5 years ago. A vendor smiles as dead roosters line his stalls, hung by their feet from canopy. Red blood flows into the muddy street. Blurry shadows of people pass. What an unusual postcard. That's not an image that I would generally choose for a postcard. Yes, I know there are all those doors along there. I would love to knock on them. I will hopefully do that later. Okay. We will save again because I'm a maniac about saving. See here, we're short on money. Equip a plastic bag, collect bottles, and sell them at Friete of the Too Many Teas. Okay, we are back outside. I was already out here just a bit earlier. Only one door here lights up, so it must be this one. And it is just after midnight, so I am actually going to call it here, despite the fact that Kim has gone and stepped in front of the correct door, being very proactive, I guess would be the right word. Well, we're going to save off, and next week we're going to knock on that door. You know, once the save's done. There we go. Thanks for coming in and keeping me company, Lop. I have quite literally walked around in circles, but I feel like I've gotten quite a bit done. But yeah, I started in the courtyard below this building. Sort of. Walked out, went to the hotel, walked back over here and into this building, and then have been going around in circles in this building, as you saw. So I've gotten quite a few things done, but I've covered very little ground in doing so. Ah, well. It's still been a productive evening. I've managed to cross a few things off my list, and I only actually added 2 things and modified 1. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. In any case, I will be back again on Wednesday evening at about 7 p.m. where I will be playing Among Us with a group of my writer friends. Then I will be back again on Thursday for Try Not to Die Thursday, where I will be continuing in my base in Oxygen Not Included, trying to, you know, just keep things alive and copacetic and you know, maybe make things a little prettier and more livable, you know, raise the morale there a little, raise my morale. And then Disco Elysium will be back again next Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, where I will be continuing an interrogation that I started but could not continue because my witness was very nervous about people watching. For previous episodes of Disco Elysium that are no longer available on Twitch, you can visit my YouTube channel and they are all archived there. This one will actually go up on next Friday, and it will be added to the YouTube channel then. And there's also the previous Oxygen Not Included sessions on there, and those update on Tuesdays. And I hope that everyone had a great night wandering around in Rivacall with me. And I hope that you join me on Wednesday, and I hope that you have a great rest of the weekend, as much of it as is left before Monday now, depending on whether or not it is Monday for you yet. But in the meantime, I hope you have a great night. Good night.